local couple is getting help decluttering their home from a professional organizer.
Sakura Gray is live in Roseville getting a look at the transformation going on there. Hey, Sakura.
Hey, good morning, guys. So take a look at this room around me. There is clutter piled to my height. I'm 5'7", and everywhere in this home was looking just like this. Now, whether you believe it or not, this is a secret life that a lot of people live, but rather than being shamed for it, there's a group of female organizers that step in, get their hands dirty, and help couples take that first step into taking this and transforming it into a home where you can invite people in. So this is the before, right? And then as we take a tour through the home, there have actually been rooms that have been decluttered and are part of getting to that point of one day inviting people in. So we just came from the bedroom, and now we're taking a look at the living room, where we are knee-deep in this process of going through all of the items in this home. So Gabby joins us here with Organizing Beyond Expectations. And earlier, you were walking me through some of the steps of how you tackle something like this, because a lot of times when you look at a room like that, you're like, I don't even know where to start.
Exactly. This is overwhelming for the homeowners. It is overwhelming for me as a business owner, but we have the experience how to do it. And I would like to, right now, give some tips for our viewers at home.
Because you need to know that you're not alone and that there is a way out of it. Yeah. But the big key right here is these big bins that we're standing next to.
That's exactly right. So what you need to do basically as a tip, just get some empty containers. In this situation, we purchased these containers 27 gallons because we are dealing with a lot of stuff here. If you try to tackle a smaller room at your home by yourself, I recommend a smaller container. Definitely, like what you see right now here is a lot of visual clutter everywhere. You see basically on the walls, on the shelves, there's a lot of items that they don't belong here. So what you want to do is basically combine the like items together into containers. Okay.
So in here, I believe
we have books. Correct.
Yeah, so putting all of the books in one spot so you can see just how many books you have, but also later on when you do have to go through maybe a purging process, you're able to see them all in one spot, right?
That's correct. And once you have all these containers laid down on the floor, like at the very end of the day, probably you end up 20, 30, 40 containers, but you will get an empty canvas here.
Right.
So then the staging process starts when you decide how many furniture, what furniture you want to keep here, where to move the furniture, and take the other furniture out that you don't want to use here, and then you open up these containers and you purge and you put the stuff back to the shelves. And the end of the day, basically, you got your room back. It's an overwhelming process, but that would be my tip for our viewers.
And it's one of those processes where it's hard to do it alone, right? It's nice to have a team of people around you. But when it comes to taking that first step, I know you are organizing beyond expectations, but the organizing is actually the final step. You have to go through all of the items first, see everything that you have before you can even get to the organizing part, right?
That's correct. So the first step is decluttering. So I would encourage you as a tip not to start with this shelf, try to organize it, because you're going to just end up, discouraged at the end of the day. But try to get containers and just put the like items, combine the like items together. Even you see that it's kind of an overwhelming process. Try to combine the like items together and then focus on the bigger room, the bigger picture, and always pick a room that you are not emotionally connected.
Okay, so for example, if I was to clean out my kitchen, right? So I would get these big containers, put all of the glasses that are similar all in one spot, so that way I can see them all visually before I have to go through them. Because a lot of times you don't even realize everything that you have in your home, right?
This is what I hear from my clients. They always start the process by themselves, and they stuck at some point, and they are so discouraged and depressed, and they reach out to us. And once we do the first few hours, they just realize how easy it is, but they started the process from a very different angle when they focus on one desk area and things like that. Right. So that would be really the most important area and tip, just to combine the like items together and try to declutter, and then the organization part.
Well, Gabby, it's amazing what you're doing here. And if you want to actually follow along with their process on Instagram, Organizing Beyond Expectations, they show a lot of those before and after photos and share some of their tips on social media as well. So you can find them there and then follow along with this story. It's going to be an awesome process to see just where things have started and where they're going. And then, hey, before we know it, this couple here is going to be able to invite people over and get to really enjoy this home as their home.
That is
What
great.
a great thing, yeah.
Love to see the changes there. Thank you, Sakura.